Baylan Skoll is one of the strongest characters in AHSOKA. But how would he fare in a lightsaber duel against some of Star Wars' strongest Jedi? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Baylan Skoll's unorthodox ideology and unique lightsaber make him an intriguing character in the AHSOKA show. Baylan defeated AHSOKA in a lightsaber duel, but it doesn't necessarily mean he is more powerful than her. While Baylan is a skilled duelist, he falls short compared to some of the best Jedi duelists like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mace Windu. For many, Ray Stevenson's powerful presence as Baylan Skoll was the highlight of the AHSOKA show. And while he seemed nigh unbeatable against opponents like AHSOKA, it's interesting to consider how he stacks up to some of the strongest Jedi. Like AHSOKA, Baylan is an Order 66 survivor. But the story behind how he escaped the slaughter of the Jedi Order has yet to be told. Unlike most other characters in Star Wars, he doesn't seem to owe allegiance to the Jedi, the Sith, or any group of Force wielders. Instead, Baylan forges his own path and strives to be more than just a Jedi. Not only is Baylan Skoll's ideology unique, but his lightsaber is also something new to live-action Star Wars. Yes, its orange hue speaks volumes to Baylan's unorthodox views, but the hilt and blade themselves are completely different from anything the franchise has shown before. Baylan likely uses a great lightsaber, which sets his blade apart from the sabers of the strongest Jedi. Great lightsabers, like the great swords of the Middle Ages, were built to be weighty, powerful sabers. Baylan demonstrates this strength in his duel in AHSOKA Episode 4, where he constantly has both hands on his lightsaber hilt and slams AHSOKA with powerful, unyielding strikes. As far as the audience is concerned, the only opponent Baylan has fought in a lightsaber duel is AHSOKA. Until Star Wars shows more of his dueling ability, he can only be gauged against AHSOKA Tano. Nevertheless, Baylan soundly defeated AHSOKA once in Episode 4, and then held his own against her again in Episode 7. This doesn't necessarily mean he's more powerful than her, though. Up till that point, AHSOKA had never faced an opponent wielding a great lightsaber, which could easily be why she lost so badly in their first duel. Baylan utilizes a similar lightsaber form as Anakin Skywalker, though he changed it to accommodate his unorthodox lightsaber. He's essentially maxed out his strength, putting him near the upper echelons of the strongest Jedi. Meanwhile, AHSOKA has a reputation in Star Wars for having faced more lightsaber wielders than almost any other character. She's gone toe-to-toe with many formidable foes, such as Asajj Ventress, General Grievous, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader. Yet Baylan was the first opponent she faced who killed her. Given how AHSOKA's record as a duelist is more impressive than Baylan's, he may not actually be stronger than her. Despite defeating an accomplished duelist like AHSOKA, Baylan Skoll would likely falter against some of Star Wars' best Jedi duelists. Characters such as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mace Windu, and Anakin Skywalker have already been established as some of the best lightsaber duelists in the prequel era. So while Baylan may have trained alongside them during his time as a Jedi, his skill as a duelist falls short compared to their prowess. Nevertheless, his impressive strength would likely ward off their attacks, giving him a good chance to draw the duel or escape. A good former Jedi who compares Baylan's power level is Count Dooku. Dooku's unique lightsaber hilt and aggressive style would be a good match for Baylan's strong attacks, to the point where it's unclear who would come out on top. However, given that Anakin Skywalker utilized Form V to best Dooku's use of Form Tai in Star Wars Episode II, Revenge of the Sith, Baylan would most likely be able to overwhelm Dooku based on pure strength. While Baylan's skill with a lightsaber earns him a high rank as a duelist, very little has been seen of what force powers he possesses. The fact Thrawn knows Baylan fought as a Jedi general in the Clone Wars is evidence that Baylan's reputation preceded him. Thrawn was a tactical genius who studied both historical and present leaders, meaning he likely has a better idea of what Baylan is capable of than the audience does. Nevertheless, the Clone Wars often tested a Jedi's skill in battle more than their connection to the Force. Baylan is clearly a skilled warrior, but he has yet to show us his strength in the Force.